Hello everyone and welcome back to Pyro, the Python Robotics framework. My name is Master Trevor, and today we'll be talking about Pyro's implementation via a demo. First, however, let's do a quick review. The goal of the Pyro project was to replace Vega Laboratories' GrowLab framework with a Python equivalent. As you may recall, GrowLab was written in MATLAB, which is incredibly expensive. The Pyro solution to this uses 5 classes: publisher, subscriber, message, spin, and node master. Publisher, of course, sends messages, subscriber receives messages, message encodes and decodes messages, spin keeps track of time, and node master keeps track of separate computers. Now, the demo that we are working on consists of 2 parts: a scanner and a processor. Each will be its own process. The scanner runs at 2 Hz, that is, twice a second, and it generates a series of dummy readings, which are stored as a dictionary of lists. The processor, which runs at 1 Hz, or once a second, reads the information from scanner. This, of course, is sent via Pyro. It then interprets this data in some way. This is roughly analogous to how an actual robotics application may work. There would be a scanner process which reads in data from associated in scanners, and then a central controller which determines from this data what to do. The scanner works as follows. The first thing we do is set up a spin object and a publisher object. The code to do this is on the right. The next thing we do is start an infinite loop and control its frequency via the spin option. This is a very simple call to the spin object. Third, we generate the data. Since we're using dummy data, we should merely do this in any manner possible. Finally, we encode the data in a message and publish it. Processor begins in much the same manner. We initialize a spin object and a subscriber object. We then have to start the subscriber object, so we will be able to pull from it. The processor second step is identical to the scanner step. Next, we pull the subscriber for any messages. We do this via a loop that runs until the sub.pull method returns nothing. Finally, we make sense of the data. This could really be done in any manner relevant to the actual project. We could take the averages, we could run them as parameters for a simulation, really anything. Let's look at this demo in action. On the left-hand side, we see the scanner process generating a dictionary of lists every half second. On the right-hand side, we see the processor interpreting and receiving these via a polling system. Note that these are not simple encoding and decoding via text. The objects are actually being transmitted via the Python pickle system, which converts it to a string. As of right now, Cairo is on schedule. While a few bugs have held up the implementation, we foresee no errors or issues going forward. Are there any questions?